I'm Miss Bonnie, and this is
Amelia.
This spring, Amelia had missed out on an activity to do her outdoor art creator badge. Then we made a little discovery in our yard that we used for some outdoor art at home. We were cleaning around some shrubs when we discovered a leaf skeleton.
Now every time we find one, I know just how special they are. It feels like finding a four-leaf clover or seeing a double rainbow.
For nature to be able to create a leaf skeleton, a few things have to be just right. The ground gets damp enough for the fleshy parts of the leaf to decompose. The leaf needs just enough shelter to encourage tiny or microscopic organisms to eat away at those leaves, and then also for it to get somehow discovered at just the right time before it breaks or blows away. They're very hard to find, but we'll show you a few that we have in Amelia's collection later. Right now, let's go see if we can find one in nature.
I found one over here before. Let's go look. What I have to be careful of is leaves of 3. We avoid those because they could be poison ivy. I don't see any over here. Let's go look over here. That looks like a really good spot for leaves to decompose. Ooh, these leaves look damp. Let's look up here. Leaves of 3. Leaf skeletons are. I have to be really gentle when I pick them up. Wait! I think I found one.
We gathered a few tools: a shallow glass or ceramic bowl of water, a piece of wax paper, a toothbrush, and a super soft paintbrush. Let's take a good look at this leaf skeleton. These can be pretty fragile, but if we give it a good dip in water, we can work it out a bit. We want to try to unfold it and get it a little more flat. There's actually 2 different ones here.
These are some of the leaf skeletons I found. So this one did break down a little bit, not all the way, because you can see there's some dirt still there. This one didn't break down as much, but it did break down a little more. And this one was kind of stubborn, it didn't break down, but I was happy with the way that it was.
And you decided to what?
And I decided to keep them, and I was trying to figure out where to put them because I didn't want to lose them or something bad happened to them. So I thought of putting them in here. So I got out my glue stick and glued them here. And the way I did that was I had to not close the book because that would glue the whole book closed, and I could not open it if I did that. So I had to leave the whole book open to that page until it dried.
So because leaf skeletons can be hard to find, we can experiment with how to help nature along and make our own. You may see other methods online, but I'm going to share 3 non-toxic methods with you today. No matter what method you use, some steps to making leaf skeletons are always the same. To choose your leaves, for best results, choose leaves that have a strong vein system. Tougher, waxier leaves have better results than softer, younger leaves. These 2, this maple, they're pretty soft and they may not work as well. They're going to be a little more fragile. This one I picked because I could see it was a little bit thicker. A magnolia leaf would do great, but I don't have any of those. So when you clean the leaves, you want to gently rinse them in a bowl of water and wipe away any dirt or mud with a soft cloth. And then if the dirt is stubborn, you can just use an old toothbrush. But sometimes even this toothbrush could be too much, especially if you have a leaf that's already breaking down a little bit, and you go to try to wipe the dirt away and it could tear a little bit. Then you want to switch to a really soft paintbrush and just be gentle with that. And then you can gently scrape away any of the dirt that's still visible.
Step 2 is to choose your method. How you choose to make your leaf skeletons will depend on the time you have available, the materials you have, and what your parent is comfortable with. Each way varies in how long it takes, ranging from a couple of hours to a couple of weeks. Also, the ingredients for different methods can really vary, and use everything from water or pantry ingredients to caustic substances requiring rubber gloves and goggles. Find the method that you and a parent are most comfortable with. Be sure to ask permission, and if you're a daisy or brownie, you will definitely need an adult to supervise if you choose method C. Let's go over the pros and cons of the 3 methods I'm sharing today. Method A is water. It's completely safe. It's actually nature's method, and it's most gentle on the leaves. It can take the most amount of time. It can take weeks, and the water can get murky and smell kind of gross. But if you can put a lid on the container and set it somewhere like the basement where it's out of the way, you may get the best results with that method. Step B is a little bit faster. The ingredients are easy to find: baking powder and baking soda and water. It's completely safe. It is a little rougher on the leaves than just water. And step C is washing soda. This is supposed to be one of the fastest methods. There are a lot of tutorials for this method on the internet, but it is considered caustic, so we'll need to wear goggles and gloves. The ingredients can be a little bit harder to find, but I easily found this on Amazon and Walmart. This method can also be rough on the leaves, but it's up to you to choose the method that works for you.
Here are 2 ingredients we know you have at home: baking soda and baking powder. So if you want to speed up your leaf skeletons, put equal parts in water, like 2 tablespoons each into 1 or 2 cups of water, and just let that simmer on the stovetop. It may take 5 or 6 hours, and then just pull the leaves out. Amelia and I are going to try the washing soda method. Washing soda is a lot different from baking soda, so be sure to check your ingredient label.
Wait, stop! We have to check safety first.
Safety first? What do we need to do? If we're using washing soda, what do we need?
We need to wear goggles and gloves.
Okay, let's go get those on. Are we ready?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to dissolve 3/4 a cup of the washing soda in about 1 liter of water. We've turned our water on to bring to a boil, and we just want to continue to dissolve the washing soda into the water. So I'm just giving it a good stir. You do not want to stand directly over the pot and be breathing this in. But as long as you have a parent with you first, and you have your gloves and your goggles on. Just remember safety first. Amelia is going to add our leaves into the pot. And we're going to bring this to a boil. Then you reduce to a simmer. So you'll need to stir your leaves up from time to time. The water will froth up, will get brown, murky, and smelly too. But when the leaves have softened, they should be ready to clean away. It could take several hours for them to be ready. A good estimate is 2 hours. If necessary, you can top off the water to ensure the leaves remain covered. So I've been taking the leaves out and testing them and putting them back if they weren't ready. But this one, I gave it a little swipe and some of that membrane came off. So this one is ready. If you can't seem to brush any of the extra membranes away, what you can do is just put it back in your solution of just plain water and let it soak, or whichever other method you were using. It just needs a little more time and patience. This is a good example of how the waxier leaf did better than some of the oak leaves did. And this is just how I'm wiping away all that gunk. And you can see it start to peek through just a little bit more. If it doesn't seem to want to do that, just let it soak in your water a little bit longer. Once you get all of the gunk and membrane wiped away and you're done, lay the leaf on some wax paper to dry. Here's a look at our maple leaf. It's not doing too bad, but it is a lot more fragile than some of the other leaves. But just working slowly and softly, and you can see that it is going to turn out pretty good too. Now you want to let your leaf, we prefer to leave our leaf skeletons their natural color, but you could play with other decorative ideas if you wish. After all the pulp has been removed, but before you dry and press it out, you could place it in food coloring or Rit fabric dye. But that's it. If you decide to make these, let me know how you go. You can place it on a card like this and use some white Elmer's glue. This one we didn't press all that flat, but we just kind of like it its natural color. And maybe you decide to do a journal like Amelia did. Let us know how it goes.